On this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 reasons why boxers run every single day and how running can optimize and enhance your life with these 5 reasons as well. Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris Garahan and this is Brixton 81 Boxing. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you. Whether you're a boxer, you're an amateur, you're trying to go pro, you're trying to become world champion, maybe you're somebody who isn't really competing in boxing, but you're using the beautiful, sweet science to change my life. You're using that as a tool to get other benefits, get fit like a fighter, exercise, stress relief, ultimately just enhance your life and using boxing to help. Regardless of where you are on your boxing journey, we're happy to have you here, and I think that this channel is going to really benefit you. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe below for content just like this every single week. All right, so in this video, we're talking about running. If you look at really any lead up to any big fight, some of those old HBO behind the scenes, the 24/7s, the Showtime docuseries, the ESPN or Sky Sports, when they kind of showcase a fighter, the Canelos, Floyd Mayweathers, Pacquiaos, Anthony Joshuas of the world, when they say, hey, here's their journey getting ready for a next big fight, there's a few things you're guaranteed to see. 1, you're gonna see sparring. 2, you're gonna see mitt work, them hitting the pads with their coach. You're probably gonna see a lot of strength and conditioning, and you are guaranteed, if anything else, to see them running. And really there's 5 reasons for that. Some are very obvious, and we're gonna touch on those because the obvious are also very important. So we'll touch on the obvious reasons why boxers run, but also some of the intangible, the not so obvious reasons why boxers run that'll really help you in, enhancing and optimizing your life using running as well. Now, before I get into the 5 things, I do have to make this disclaimer. I don't suggest, unless you're a boxer, you're training for a world title, you're training for, if you're an amateur, a 3-minute round fight with your next opponent, I don't suggest running as often as boxers do for a few reasons. 1, running that long, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles a day, even if it's for 3 or 4 months at a time, it's very tough on the joints. Your knees, your hips, your feet are going to take a toll. Now, at the same time, if you were running 1 mile, 2 miles every day or 3 days a week, and even if you can't do that right now, building up, just running for 10 minutes and then 20 minutes and then 30 minutes, if you're doing it in very moderate amounts, running can be an amazing exercise, an amazing workout that you won't get injured from, regardless of where you are, as long as you start slow, and can give you a lot of benefits. So without further ado, let's jump into the 5 reasons why boxers run every single day and why you should start running in your exercise routine as well. All right, number 1, meditation. When you run, you're getting a rush of endorphins. You're loosening up the body. You're clearing the mind in a way that's very difficult to do in really any other form of exercise. Even boxing. In boxing, you have to be very acute. You have to be very aware of your surroundings because, there's punches being thrown at you and you're throwing punches. You're looking for angles. You're looking for opportunities. You can't really be mindless in a boxing match or even in boxing training. In running, you can, because you're doing the same motion over and over and over again. You're probably in a space or a situation where there's nothing to dodge. There's nothing that's going to get in your way. There's no danger to avail. It's just open. It's just freedom. And when you're doing that for 10, 20, 30 minutes, if you're more athletic, an hour, let's say, it's opening up the mind. It's freeing the mind in a way that, again, it's very hard to find in any other form of exercise. And during that time, let's say you have your favorite music on, whatever that may be for you, you're gonna start visualizing things. You're gonna start thinking about problems. You're gonna start thinking about solutions to those problems. You're gonna start seeing things and looking for answers that maybe you couldn't find sitting on the couch or sitting at your office chair, but now you're moving the body, your body's kind of in a new energy, a new form of light, and now you're gonna see things a lot differently. Now, actually, there's a lot of really successful people outside of boxing. One comes to mind, Russian guy used to own the Brooklyn Nets, the basketball team. He said, and obviously he's a billionaire, he used to own the Brooklyn Nets. He said, if I have a problem in business, he goes, and actually one day I had a huge problem in business. You have to imagine a billionaire's problems are probably very expensive. He said, I got on the treadmill and I just ran. I said, I'm gonna run until I find the answer. He said, I ran for about 8 miles, but by the end of that running session, I'd found the answer to my problem and actually turned it into a situation where I made a boatload of cash. So running for the mind, running for almost meditation, for clearing your thinking, for clearing your brain is an amazing reason to start incorporating running into your exercise routine immediately, 3 or 4 times a week. All right, the second reason why boxers run every single day is conditioning the legs. Unlike something like mixed martial arts, if you watch a UFC fight, those guys aren't going to be on their feet the entire time. Now, make no mistake, that's a completely different set of muscles and conditioning that you need to have. I'm not saying one is harder than the other or easier than the other. They're both very difficult. You see Conor McGregor go into boxing. He didn't do so well against Floyd Mayweather. Floyd actually made it look pretty easy. Now, vice versa, if a boxer went into MMA, the MMA fighter would make that boxer look very childish. They're completely different muscles and conditioning sets. But in boxing, we know this. You're going to be on your feet for 9 minutes, for 18 minutes, for 24 minutes, 30 minutes, and if you're a championship fighter, you're going to be on your feet for 36 minutes. Now, not just being on your feet, but you're going to be moving. There's very little time in boxing where both opponents are just standing still. You're moving, you're creating angles, you're getting out of the way, you're creating danger for your opponent, you're getting out of danger for yourself. So many things you have to be aware of that your feet constantly need to be moving. Well, in running, what are you doing? Your feet are constantly moving. So it's conditioning your feet, because make no mistake, if you jump rope, let's say you're not a jump roper and you jump rope for 10 minutes, the next day, you're gonna feel the bottom of your feet extremely sore. Not because you're injured or hurt, because the muscles of your feet have not been conditioned to jump rope for 10 minutes. Same thing with running. Your feet are gonna be sore. Your calves are gonna be sore. Your knees, your calves. Just the strength of your legs in general is gonna get stronger through running. And that's why boxers run every single day, because they need those legs to condition to be strong enough to last the duration of their fight in case, they get tired, their opponent gets tired, their lungs give out, they know that their legs are always going to be there. All right, reason number 3 why boxers run every single day, very similar to reason number 2 as far as conditioning. They have to be on their feet for so long. The stronger your legs are, the faster your movement is. If you're weaker at something, if you have a weak muscle, it's going to take you longer to move that muscle. Now, on the contrary, if you have a strong muscle, you have that fast twitch muscle, let's say a football player, an NFL player, a basketball player, they have muscles that are designed to help them explode, to jump, to leap, to kick, to tackle, that the average human just doesn't have. So you need to build those muscles so that you can get in on your opponent, throw your 10-punch combination, and get out in extremely fast speed. So reason number 3 why boxers condition their legs and run every single day is so that they can have the speed, they can have the muscle, the fast twitch fibers to get in and out of situations at their own pace. Number 4, this one's flagrantly obvious, cardio. Now, though there's some science that says there's other things you can be doing to get in shape for a boxing match or to get in shape for a fight, we know this: if you can run for miles and miles and miles on end, you're in pretty good shape. Now, make no mistake, there's triathlon runners, there's marathon runners, guys who run ultra marathons. Those are like 100 miles. They can run that, but they couldn't survive a 3-minute boxing match. So they are different in that respect, but if you can run for miles at a time, you're gonna have better cardio. And that better cardio is gonna help you a few hours later when you go into the boxing gym and spar or hit pads or do your bag work. You're gonna have a little bit more oxygen in the tank. So your cardio is key in boxing. One of my favorite phrases that it's a little bit brutal, but it is what it is. Cardio makes cowards of us all. You gotta have cardio in boxing. I remember the first time I got tired in a boxing match, sparring with this really, really tough kid. I got exhausted. Round 2. Now keep in mind, there's 3 rounds in an amateur boxing match. Round 2, about halfway through round 2 as well. So I had to finish round 2 and I got tired. I got gassed. I was done. I was wheezing for air. But man, this guy wants to take my head off. This guy wants to finish me. I can't be tired. And I remember looking at my opponent saying, oh man, he's not tired. Mexican style fighting stance where he wanted to come at me, he wanted to pressure me, he wanted to quarter me. And when you're tired, it's probably the last thing you want to see. Needless to say, I didn't do very good in that specific sparring match, but what happened after that was I got out of the ring, I talked to my late great coach, Bruce Warren. I said, Coach Bruce, what could I have done better? He said, Chris, cardio makes cowards of us all. You gotta work on your cardio, kid. So literally the next day, I was hitting the streets, I was doing my running, I was putting in my road work, as we call it in boxing. I was showing up to the gym, I was doing more sparring, I was trying to get my gas tank a little bit stronger. So next time I fought somebody, cardio wasn't an issue. If they're more skilled, they're more talented, they're just tougher overall, that's a whole nother different set of problems that we gotta deal with on another video. But you can control your cardio to a certain extent. So work on that so you don't get tired in the fight. That's the number 4 reason why boxers work on running every single day. And then reason number 5 why boxers run every single day, and this is gonna be directly related to you as an athlete, as someone who's exercising, working out, trying to get fit like a fighter. Simply just a good warm-up. Listen, I'm not saying you have to beat your time. You have to run 6 or 5 minute, 30-second miles. You have to be this extreme athlete when it comes to running. Sometimes I go running just to warm up my body. And really what a boxer would do is they wake up very early in the morning. They wake up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning when training for a fight. Reason for that is at that time, there's less cars driving. Cars, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory or not, but cars create pollution, and it's not as good for the lungs to go running for that long, for that duration of time where you're sucking in a lot of oxygen when there's a lot of cars around. So the air is the cleanest at that time of the morning, and there's also nobody around, so you can get more focused, there's less distractions, it's probably darker at that time as well. So what you can do, going back to number 1, is you can really zone out in your run without any distractions. But a great warm-up to, let's say you're going to boxing, you're gonna go hit the pads, you're gonna go spar. Even if you're not sparring or doing any boxing that day, maybe you're gonna lift some weights or work on some type of other fitness. Running is just a good warm-up. It gets kind of the cobwebs out, especially in the morning. You've been sleeping for 6, 7, 8 hours, so it gets the body loose again, gets you warmed up, gets the rhythm going, gets the blood pumping. Again, even if you just jogged, light jog, move the body for 5, 10, 15 minutes, when you come back from that jog, you're gonna feel like a different person than when you left. So it's a fantastic warm-up for really any type of exercise, but boxing in particular, because it loosens up the body in a very natural way. It's free, and most boxers come from very broke communities, very poor communities, very low income communities. So they don't have, the Peloton bikes of the world. They don't have the most expensive equipment of the world to warm up their bodies. They just go out on the streets and start running around. Because it's a great warm-up, loosens everything up, good footwork, strengthens the leg, gets you zoned in, ready for the day, so now you can execute your workout at the highest peak. All right, so there you have it. Those are 5 reasons why boxers run every single day, and really 5 reasons why you should consider it as well if you don't have running incorporated into your exercise routine already. So I definitely suggest, if you're not running, give it a shot, give it a try, start slow if anything. If it means running around the block for 5 minutes, so be it. Something is better than nothing. Now, one thing I do know, after a good run, the next day, I'm normally a little bit sore. It's normally a little bit more difficult to get to the next run than it was the first run. So what I like to do, I like to actively recover my body. We just came out with the Brixton boxing massage gun. You guys, you gotta get this thing. This thing is gonna heal up your body, loosen you up, get you ready for training the next day like nothing else. Yeah, if you get a massage, let's say once a month, which isn't really enough as an athlete, yeah, that helps, that loosens up the body for sure, but that's a little bit pricey for once a month. This massage gun, perfect for boxers, perfect for anyone working on their fitness, because you can get a great workout in immediately afterwards. Go massage yourself, go massage the muscle groups that you just worked, and the next day you feel so much more recovered than you would have if you didn't use the massage gun. So make sure to check that out. Promo code YouTube at checkout. Save yourself some money. Again, Brixton81.com. The massage gun on sale now. All right, you guys, that is that. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment below which of the 5 reasons did you like the most as far as running goes. Tell me below as well, are you running or are you not running? Because we got to find out if some of you guys need to get on your road work. But you guys, aside from that, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time as always. Always remember the Brixton 81 mantra, and that is the attitude is everything. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.